I am a pharmaceutical buyer, so I'm looking to meet all the pharmaceutical vendors, most of them, and especially the new ones, and bring in the new products.
New people, new products, new technology, new services. We're at the 2016 NACDS Total Store Expo, where senior executives from chain drugstores are looking for new innovations to stock their shelves. They're having the conversations that matter right behind me at Meet the Market. Let's check in with NACDS TV's Jacky Herrera for more. Jackie?
Sarah, over 7,000 appointments are happening today in this room, and it's a huge moment for suppliers as they present their products to key decision makers from national and regional retail stores.
I love Meet the Market because it's great to be able to see new retailers that you don't get a chance to see every day when you're back at your home office. So you get a really good opportunity to see a lot of great new products.
Meet the Market really gives us a chance to, in quick little meetings, to be able to meet multiple folks that we don't maybe get to see normally during our business.
And this is exactly what NACDS does best, bringing buyers and sellers together under one roof to have conversations that would be difficult to have otherwise. NACDS took it a step further this year by implementing a new program to help ease these conversations. Sarah?
Jackie, all new this year, a special Meet the Market presentation took place prior to the program opening in stores. This session, titled I Got on the Shelf, Now What?, gave attendees practical advice broken up into 3 levers: sales, velocity, and loyalty.
Everybody thinks of advertising as being this very complicated formula. It's not. There's 3 things: sales, velocity, and loyalty. Sales is, are you doing the numbers you need to do? Velocity is, if you're not doing the numbers you need to do, are you showing growth so that the buyer knows, okay, you're going to get there? Loyalty, that means will people come back and buy your product over and over and over?
Advertising is important, and building brands and what we're trying to do, and how small companies can even compete with the larger companies by being innovative.
You've seen him on your TV screen, and now the business shark Daymond John is at Total Store Expo sharing his expertise with NACDS members. Daymond John talked about the importance of differentiating your brand's voice on each social media platform. He also encourages members to seek influencers instead of celebrities that speak to your target audience.
Social media is obviously the best and the worst. First of all, it's time consuming, and if you put out the wrong message, you can counteract what you're trying to do. But if you learn it well enough to understand what your audience is and ask them amount of questions, somebody generally will give you a more honest answer on social media than in person, right? Because they kind of can hide behind everything.
And you can get your own FaceTime with the shark himself starting on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. And while you're there, you can see the pharmacy of the future and get some innovative digital technology and interactive solutions.
A lot of the conversations we have with especially big brands, they're always looking to see what's next.
And another wealth of knowledge for attendees came straight from the Meet the Retailer series. Retailers discussed their best practices and offered methods on how you can work with them to foster a revenue-generating relationship. Lynette Ackley with Meyer Inc. divulged their top strategies in order to develop a better consumer experience in a traditional market. She said there are 3 primary areas they like to focus on when targeting women.
Let's think about our productivity. We want to always talk about dollars per door productivity, and we should be one of your most productive accounts. Also, I'd say digital, definitely. How can you engage with her and bring us more ideas on digital? And then in-store display. Also great ways to get her and surprise and delight her as she's walking around the store.
Transparency is key for Jet.com, where they promise to give you a human experience in the e-commerce world. Will Huckland touched on the 3 major goals in mind when executing any business partnership with their company. He says sales growth, profitability management, and brand building are essential for their online platform. But he says their platform is unlike any other in that they are practicing a smarter shopping experience, which leads to smarter economics.
There's a tremendous amount of money that's about to flip online to the tune of about $700 billion. And so what Jet wants to do is make sure that all of that business is much more efficient. And what I mean by that is if we can get consumers to buy things coming from the same place in bigger quantities, we pass back those supply chain savings back to the consumers. That's a huge unlock.
For the first time in TSE history, attendees were able to hear from supply chain executives at the all-new Supply Chain Summit. The interactive conversation focused on topics like new product launch and how the omni-channels have changed how shoppers shop.
A number of our suppliers are omni-channel strategy, and it was really all about the focus on the customer and the consumerization of retail. So we talked about our segmentation approach and how we're going to approach retail and a supply chain in a whole new lens.
The biggest part is how are we going to share the information between retailers and suppliers, and how are we going to collaborate to make sure that we get the product to the final customer.
We see you creating content on Twitter, and we want to continue following your experience at the show virtually. So keep using the official hashtag NACDSTSE.
And you'll have lots to tweet on Sunday, from the business program to the official opening of the show floor.